I was reviewing my wedding photographer's portfolio when I noticed something that made my blood freeze. My sister was in the background of 3 different weddings. Just venues, different dates, always in a bridesmaid dress she didn't own. My sister Emma lived across the country. She'd missed my engagement party citing work deadlines. Yet here she was, crying at strangers' ceremonies, hugging brides she'd never met. I called her immediately. "Why are you in wedding photos from last month? You told me you were in Seattle." Silence, then a shaky laugh. "Must be someone who looks like me." But I knew my sister's face, her crooked smile. The way she touched her necklace when nervous captured perfectly in each photo. I hired a private investigator. What he found changed everything I thought I knew about Emma. She'd been attending random weddings for 2 years, not crashing them for free food or drinks. She'd study couples' websites, learn their stories, then show up claiming to be a distant cousin or college friend. She'd bring thoughtful gifts, dance with elderly relatives, help bustle dresses. She'd become whoever the wedding needed. The breaking point came when the investigator sent me footage from a wedding last weekend. Emma giving a speech I recognized. It was the maid of honor speech she'd written for my wedding, the one about growing up together, shared dreams, unbreakable bonds. She was telling it about a bride named Catherine she'd met 3 hours earlier. I confronted her at her apartment. The walls were covered in wedding photos. None were hers. Angries of strangers' happiest moments, with Emma photoshopped into family portraits. "I was supposed to get married first," she whispered, not meeting my eyes. "You'd be my maid of honor, then I'd be yours." I did remember. We were 7 planning weddings with pillowcase fails. Then David died. My heart stopped. David, her fiancé, who died in Afghanistan 6 years ago, 2 months before their wedding. I kept the dress. The venue called to confirm. I just went. Her voice cracked. Everyone assumed I was early for cocktail hour. Then I couldn't stop. She pulled out a box of programs. Emma and David wearing fur-wines. The wedding that never happened. Every time I watch strangers say vows, I pretend it's us, that it got my ending. I looked at the stranger wearing my sister's face. 6 years of grief twisted into something unrecognizable. "I know it's sick," she continued, "but for a few hours I am not the girl whose fiancé died. I am just another happy guest at a perfect wedding." I wanted to comfort her, to fix this. But how do you heal someone who's been living in other people's love stories because her own ended too soon? "You need help, Em. I need David." She picked up a photo from a beach wedding, tracing the bride's smile. "But since I can't have him, I have this." The investigator later told me she'd attended over 100 weddings and in thousands of photos, created an entire fantasy life in the backgrounds of strangers' happiest days. I canceled my wedding venue that week, not because of Emma, but because I finally understood some people get their fairy tale. Others just learn to live in the edges of someone else's. When I eventually married at City Hall, Emma wasn't there. The investigator said she was at a wedding in Maine, pretending to be someone's cousin from California. I kept one of her photos. She's in the background crying. I'll never know if those tears were for the bride and groom or for the vows she never got to say.